What's going on, guys? It's Creator here, back with another video. Now, this WWE 2K23 video is a very special one. We're going to be going over the best realistic sliders that you can use for WWE 2K23 to give you the best experience both on a regular play as well as universe mode. So if you like today's video, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe. Don't miss anything else on my channel. Now, a couple of disclaimers before I begin. Very first thing, the gameplay sliders that I'm about to show you, I did not make myself. All credit goes to Checkmate. He is the guy who made these sliders and is giving you guys, if you're watching this video, the best experience that you can have in WWE 2K23. I do not take any credit at all. All I'm doing is showcasing his sliders so you guys can judge for yourself if this is the experience that you want in WWE 2K23. I'm going to link his YouTube channel in the description. His YouTube channel should be in the title, so you can just click on it. You just sub to his channel. I'm also going to link his Twitter in the description so you can follow him on Twitter. He provides updates on the sliders. Well, he's working on the Superstar Tennessee sliders, so he wants specific people like AJ Styles or Alba Fire to act a certain way. He's going through the whole list from A to Z. I think he's currently on, I want to say he's on C with Carmelo Hayes. I could be 100% wrong by the time making this video, but again, anyway, check him out. He is the reason why I'm putting out this video, because I have 100% faith that these sliders are the best sliders that you can use for this game in terms of regular play and universe mode. That's the first disclaimer. Second disclaimer, I am making this video the Saturday before the first DLC drops. The reason why I'm pointing this out is because with the previous patch, which was 1.05, it actually adjusted some things that they did not tell you. So Checkmate had to re-update his sliders because it changed certain function and attributes to the game that may have to re-update these sliders. So I'm just putting that out there for context, because if the patch, well, the patch will drop on Tuesday, which is the day before the DLC comes out. If the patch drop and change everything, I just want to let you guys know these sliders I'm showcased to you were made before the patch drops. Now, hopefully they don't change anything internal in the game, so these sliders should still work after the very first big patch comes out. I'm just letting you guys know that. I'm recording this on a Saturday. Hopefully this video drops the Monday before the DLC, because Tuesday is going to be the big patch, because they always patch it the day before DLC comes out. So if I could drop this video on Monday, I'm just letting you guys know that this video was made before the patch drops. Just letting you guys know, just in case these sliders don't work properly, this was made before the patch. And if it doesn't work, hopefully Checkmate can adjust it so it can give you the best experience possible for regular play and universe mode. So that's the second disclaimer. Third disclaimer is that pretty much everything I'm about to show you is identical to what Checkmate has said on his Twitter, as well as his own personal video what these sliders should be, minus one little iteration that I did, but this is just my own personal preference, which I am about to show you. Fourth disclaimer is this is going to be a very long video, because now I'm going to be showcasing you the gameplay sliders you're about to get into. Don't worry, guys, I know that's what you're here for, but I'm going to be showcasing you another major thing that you're going to have to change to make these sliders actually work. And then pretty much the rest of the video is just showing you the examples of match experiences that you can see, so you can judge for yourself if this is the type of experience that you want in WWE 2K23. I'm going to break this up into chapters so you don't have to listen to my beautiful voice throughout this whole video. You can click on the parts that you want. It should break down into the following chapters: the gameplay sliders, the attributes, how the attributes affect universe mode, and then the match examples. So that's what we're going to do. So obviously the first thing we're going to do is show you what you're all been waiting for, the gameplay sliders, which again, I will say all credit goes to Checkmate. Follow him on Twitter, subscribe to his YouTube channel. His YouTube channel will be in the title of this video and in the description, as well as the description will be his Twitter. So first of all, showing you my personal presentation. Obviously difficulty, you should always have it on Legend. Now, the reason why you should have it on Legend, it might sound hard, but this is how the AI is the most optimal. You have to have it on Legend. Wait to catch in. Now, this is the one adjustment that I made to his sliders. Checkmate says you should have it on arcades. The reason why is because if you have it on arcade, the cruiserweights and the super heavy, like the reason why you should have it on arcade is the wrestlers will be able to access their whole moves regardless of what weight class they're fighting. If you have it on simulation, for example, let's say Rey Mysterio is fighting Omos. Obviously, Rey Mysterio can only do certain moves on Omos. Omos is going to do certain moves on Rey Mysterio. You have it on arcade, it's all up for grabs. It doesn't matter. Rey Mysterio is going to power slam Omos. You get the idea. I personally, now again, this is just personally, this is the one thing I'm going against with Checkmate sliders. I just have no simulation because I just want that simulation feel, because again, I have universe mode here on my channel, and then you get the idea. So that's why I'm personally having a simulation. But otherwise, Checkmate says its preferred way is the arcade. So just letting you guys know, arcade for Checkmate. Me personally, simulation. Everything else after this is all based on Checkmate's gameplay sliders. Pin minigame, obviously time, allowed hell for minigames off. This is just personally for me. Roll break, you definitely want roll break on. I'll explain the reason why later. You definitely want roll breaks automatic on. Auto reversal for ground attacks, you definitely want that off, because basically every third attack, the AI or player, if you're playing yourself, is just going to reverse it automatically. So just letting you know, you should definitely always have that off, because the AI is just going to reverse it eventually. But with having it on, basically, you are always going to reverse a third attack automatically off pressing any button. I'm pretty sure you guys already know that. Entrance run in, obviously you want it based on the player, if you really want them to run in or not. Mid-match run in, you definitely want it on payback. You don't want anybody coming into the match, only if the person has that payback to make it, a little bit more special and realistic. These are pretty much preferences. Once we get to the actual sliders, those are what the real mean grade. Everything here is pretty much preferences. Post-match run in, you want off. Blood, obviously I personally went off because you really don't see blood in WWE that much. Subtitles off, tutorial tips, I have it on, but pretty much I'm about to cut it off right now. I should never had it on. You get the idea right there. Let me save that just to, we're doing that one part live. Superstar HUD, I'm going to keep this all on. Now, obviously, when I run my universe mode, a lot of this is pretty much going to be off. I really wanted to have a realistic style feel, but we're going to have it on just to showcase to you how these sliders work. So for the showcase of these sliders, we're going to have it on. Superstar HUD fatigue, everything we're pretty much gonna have on. Camera cuts, I cut off personally because I don't like that effects stuff, like the red when you do a finisher and stuff. I don't like that. It takes the realism out of it, because obviously when you watch an AoE, you don't see that red screen. Someone does finisher, camera sticks off. The camera pan you can keep on, but the camera shakes, unfortunately, you have to cut off as well. Post-match replay, you could have it on if you want to. I will have it on when I do my universe mode, but for the sake of this video, we're gonna have it off just to try to go through this process as much as you want. Everything else we're gonna have on, but obviously when I do on universe mode, pretty much everything is gonna be off in terms of presentation. But we're just gonna have it on for the sake of this video. So save that, and we're gonna go back in. Now, the meat and bones of this part of the video, the actual gameplay sliders. AI standing strike reversal rate 90. AI standing grapple reversal rate 90. AI ground strike reversal rate 80, AI ground grapple reversal rate 80, AI finish reversal rate 100, AI foreign object attack reversal rate 15, AI ground breaker rate 90, AI combo breaker rate 85, combo rate 100, submission rate 100, dive rate 50, springboard 90, grapple 100, strike 100, limb targeting 100, running attack 50, AI block rate 75, AI dodge rate 100, interest run in 2, mid-match run in 4. This goes along with the payback thing, by the way. Post-match 2, because you kind of want at least a tad bit of surprise between these. Referee downtime, definitely 100. Basic reversal windows, 22. Ground attack reversal windows, 22. Signature finish reversals, 22. Even though that's low, trust me, from my experience, I've been testing these sliders for a good 5 hours before making this video, and they do reverse out of signatures and finishers. Just because it's low, that doesn't mean they won't ever. But I've had occasions where they definitely did, especially for big moments. Ref reversal 12, stamina cost 50, recovery rate 15, stun recovery rate 0. This will pretty much help the opponent stay down for a lot longer. Rollout frequency 35. They still do roll out a lot, just obviously is at a lesser rate. You'll see during the examples. Rollout duration 100, stun gain 80, stun duration 30, vitality cooldown 30, vitality rate 70. I can't pronounce that. AI difficulty damage scaling 40, drag escape difficulty 40, carry escape difficulty 40. And all this is going to be shown in the examples in the second part of this video. Targeting, now that's obviously if you're just playing whatever, it is what it is. The advanced ones, now these are definitely what you really want to also adjust as well per checkmate sliders. First count lock, definitely keep it off. Basically what that is, you haven't known already, anytime you do a pinfall, the first count will always go through. You want that off, especially if you want to do these realistic matches. You definitely want that off. Trust me, they're going to kick out at one anyway. They're definitely going to kick out at two, but you definitely want that off. So basically, otherwise, if you keep that on, they will never kick out after the one count. They always kick out after the two, and that's not realistic. Recent finisher influence. Now, these are all players. 80, 75, 70, 10, 15, 20, 40. And that's for the... to briefly explain this one. Basically, every time you do a finisher, the first finisher will have 80 damage, second finisher 75. You get the idea. The third finisher should have 70, and then you get the point. This is for the player. Signature influence, there you go. The reason why this is higher, because obviously you want the finisher to have more of an impact than your signature. Like, pretty much, if you hit that finisher, it's gonna be over. Like, I've had, I can tell you examples of where Roman Reigns hit one finisher and it was already, all he took was one finisher after that grueling match and it was over. He didn't hit any other finisher to call it a day. That's how you want it like that. Signature is obviously you want the reverse, because realistically, no one usually ends a match in a signature unless the guy's like a jobber or something. Post kick out damage recovery 40. Recent finisher influence. Now this is pretty much the same thing, but this is for the AI. 80, 75, 70 is gonna be pretty much identical to the ones up top. It's pretty much identical. Previous signature influence, and you get pretty much exact identical. Just the difference was it's set for AI and set for players. Time pin mini game. So this is pretty much all player stuff. I'm not gonna personally have to worry about this because again, normally I do AI versus AI a lot, but this, if you're playing, you pretty much want these settings to give you the best fair advantage. Now you don't want to be like sleazing through these matches if you're playing. This is best fair advantage per checkmate sliders. And submission minigame. Attack, cancel, start, hold. You want that off. Attack button, press strength again. 50, 75, 50, 75, 50, 75, 50, 75. Again, the first half is for if you're playing. The second half is just AI. So those are the official gameplay sliders per checkmate. Like I said before, all credit goes to him. If you want to follow him, be sure to subscribe to his YouTube channel. His YouTube channel's name is in the title of this video and description, and as well his Twitter will be in the description of this video. Now we're going to move on to another thing that you must do to get the best realistic experience that you want in play as well as universe mode, and that is the attributes. This is going to be now I'm going to tell you, this is going to be a lot of time consuming, but it's going to be worth it in the end. Pretty much, you are going to have to go into every single superstar and do the following. For example, you see AJ Styles, he has a lot. Actually, let me best example so you notice it. You know Roman Reigns is a 99, right? In the default game, he's a 99. Well, guess what? We brought it down a little, but there's a reason for all of that. He's now a 95. It's a 99. Because I adjusted a major thing that you have to do for these realistic sliders to actually work proficiently, and the best way it's going to work. You're going to change these three right here. I'm going to explain the reason why, and this also definitely pertains to universe mode. You want to change recovery to 30, the special to 30, and the finisher to 30. Specials that people are confused are pretty much the signature. I don't know why it's called special, but it's the signature. I don't know why they could have just said signature, but I guess it was too late to say that. Let's read each one. I'm going to explain why I want these 30. Finisher affects the amount of finisher meter earned from attacks. Special affects the amount of special meter earned from attacks. Recovery affects how quickly superstar will take to recover from an attack. Now, if you keep them as they are, these superstars, no matter what move you do, like a finish or whatever, they're going to get up like within 10 or 15 seconds. If you push them all the way down to 30, they're going to stay down a lot longer. And you're going to have to do that for every single superstar. I did it for them all. You want proof? See Roman Reigns at 95. Omos is 74. Everyone pretty much got ranked down. They probably say Mace is now 66. LA Knight is 74. JCJ is 70, 77. Everyone's down. Now, I must say don't look at the overall as like, I get everyone's weak. They're not. The only thing that I changed was those 3 things. Everything else they kept, like his arm power. I did not adjust any of those. The only thing you want to adjust are these 3. The reason why, because this has nothing to do with the strength of their finish. For example, AJ Styles' phenomenal forearm, his finisher, is going to be the same power that it was before I changed these. What this actually changed is how fast he gets to the finisher. And I'm going to showcase that in the examples that we're going to do in the matches. All these 3 does is pretty much, well, these 2 specifically, you got to look at it like this. The best way to describe it is, you're in a match, right? Before I change these, let's pretend like we're looking at signature meter and finisher meter. Every time you do a move, it's a point. If you had these at the default settings, you have certain superstars like Roman Reigns, for example. Every time he did a move, he goes up 10 points, 10 points, 10 points, 10 points, 10 points. Boom, he has a finisher. Boom, boom, done. That's why those matches be going on quickly. If you have them all at 30, you're going to let the actual in-game settings do the thing for you. And I'm going to showcase that in just a bit later in the video. By having these all at 30, pretty much everyone is on the same playing field in terms of getting their finishers and specials quickly. Now, it's pretty much gonna be like 1 point for a move, 1 point for a move. It's not going to slow the game down that much. We're going to adjust those settings per match, per style match that you want, which I will get into later in the video. But I'm just letting you know, these do not affect their powers. I must stress this. Changing these 3 will not make any of the superstars weaker. So to reiterate, like Roman Reigns was a 99, he is still by default the strongest person in the game because I did not actually change his power. It's just my greatest superstar from my eyes. Obviously, Super Cena is 97. I did not change Roman Reigns' power. I did not adjust anything else. He still has he's still OP. The only thing I changed was something that has nothing to do with his actual power. All that was adjusted was simply how fast he gets his signature and finisher and how long per stays on the ground. That's for every single superstar. You have to change all of them to 30. That's the lowest it will go is 30. I wish I could put in 0, but it won't. All the lowest it can go is 30. You have to do that for every single superstar. It's gonna take you, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna take you a good hour. And yes, you also have to do this for universe mode. The quickest way to do it for universe mode is to already have this your save file, and every time you pretty much change these, you just save it to universe mode. It will change as well. So you have to do it for both play and universe mode. I'm about to show you. We talk about why these matter, especially in terms of universe mode. You only have to do it once. Just make sure you have your universe mode save file ready, and then you could just save it once, and you can save it to the whatever universe mode slot. Their attributes will reflect in universe mode as well. And it will also reflect in the regular gameplay. You had to change everyone. See, Roman Reigns is 95. Brock Lesnar is now at 90. John Cena is 89. Becky Lynch is 87. Again, overalls, just because they're lower, that doesn't mean they suck. Now, I'm going to show you what the match experience is. These overalls pretty much don't mean anything. Because I didn't make them weaker. All I did was adjust how fast they get a finisher, a signature, and how fast they recover. Otherwise, their powers, like how strong their submission is, how strong their strikes are, none of those superstars are I did not adjust any of those, and don't adjust any of those. I must stress that. All we are adjusting is how fast they get a signature, how fast they get a finisher. Because for example, is Roman Reigns, he was the fastest to get a signature and finisher. They were all pretty much at 100. So he would be the first person. No matter what you do, he will always get a signature and finisher faster than any other superstar. You had people like The Miz who would get a signature faster than a finisher. And then you had people like Finn Balor that would get a finisher faster than a signature. So pretty much everyone is at a fair game, right? But don't worry. There are settings before you play a match that you can adjust all of that, and you still get the max experience that you want, but we'll get to that. So these are terms of attributes. You're going to have to change every single superstar. And I did that. This took about an hour. If you have some free time, it's going to be worth it. And I must stress, this is taking place the Saturday before the first DLC drops. Now, obviously, once the first DLC drops, you're going to have to change Hit Rows and Sound Brothers as well. All you're changing is their last 3 attributes, which are finisher, signature, and the recovery. Once you do all of that, you'll be set. And again, you have universe mode. You can just easily save it. Luckily, the game allows you to save whatever you change here into the universe mode, so then you'll be good to go. So you have to keep doing it over. You don't have to pretty much have 2 hours of work. It's 1 hour work going in both play and universe mode. So that's it with attributes. Now we're going to talk about why we do that, especially in terms of universe mode. So let's open universe mode for a second. As you see, I did not start my universe mode yet for 2K23. I'm about to very soon, but I just wanted to not start anything because I just wanted to show you why covering these, like putting these attributes for signature, finisher, and recovery to 30 matters. We're going to do class mode. I'm going to show you. We're all starting, whatever, doesn't matter. Let's just actually, let me show you why. Roster power rankings. Roman Reigns, right? Now you saw in the regular play mode, he's a 95. You see he's the top rank attribute with +2. So now, if I'm 100% right, well, we're not going to change any of that. So you see how he's attribute 2. Now, we're going to go to my universe, superstars. We're going to go to overalls again. Roman Reigns. See how he's 100? He's a 95 in my regular play, but he's 100 here. Now, obviously, I could have saved it, and then we could have switched it up. You see, now, this is the reason why you have to change it. You see how everything says +3? Because with universe mode, what wins and losses matter. The more you win, the more attributes you gain. So even if I change all of this to 30, which is that we're going to do, only the recovery, special, and finisher. I must stress again, recovery affects how quickly superstar take the recover from an attack. Special affects the special affects the amount of special meter earned from attack, which is basically signature. I don't know why they call it special, just call it signature. And finisher affects the amount of finisher meter earned from attack. So every attack you do will build your finisher meter. Every attack you do will build your special meter, recovery rate. You want these 330. The reason why, because once they accept, as you can see, save changes, you get the idea, boom. He is now a 97. He is still the strongest person here besides Brock Lesnar. Okay, let me change Brock Lesnar real quick so you get the idea, just to show you. 30, 30, 30, boom. Universe saves, so I get the idea. Boom. Now Brock, where the hell is Brock? Where did Brock go? Boom. Brock is somewhere. Where did he go? He's now a 90, basically. As he should, right? He's 90, because he's not part of the top rank. He's ranked 12, right? Roman is still ranked number 1, and because of that, he gets 2 attribute points. He's a 97. The reason why, because as you briefly saw, with universe mode, when you win or lose, this actually matters, because you see, if you're at the top rank, you get +3, +3, +3. All of these are still +3. So even though he's 30, he's actually a 33 out of 100 finisher. He's actually a 33 out of 100 signature, 30 +3 out of 90. So basically, he will still be 3 points higher than any other superstar. You're still trying to give him the bit, like, you have him all at a fair playing field, but with universe mode, where win or losses, you can make them matter. He will still, because he's obviously ranked number 1, he will still have a 3% advantage over every other superstar. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because you see, like, someone with AJ Styles, he's 89. Remember, in the regular play, he's 81. Now, the reason why I won them all at 30 is because of this reason right here, status effects. By having everyone at 30, all of these things that you see here will actually matter. Allow me to explain. You see AJ Styles, right? Let's say if AJ Styles beat Roman Reigns, I'm assuming, right? Triggered by rivalry matches or triggered by whatever. Cold streak, distract, we'll use momentum, basically. Apply each time a competitor wins 2 consecutive. Let's say AJ Styles wins 2 matches in a row. Now you see what it says right here? Consecutively wins, put the superstar at the top of their game, increase special, finisher, and defensive attributes by 1. See, he can gain up to 10 attribute points, which will raise his overall, which is why you saw before I adjusted, Roman Reigns was at 100, even though he was at 99, because they maxed out everything. He's at number 1 rank. You see that? Boom. Stubborn. And those are change their personalities. Get the idea. I see hot streak. The competitor becomes encouraged after a big victory. Increase all their attributes. So his arm strength, power, all that stuff will increase by 1. This will basically make wins and losses actually matter in universe. Because now everyone's on the same playing field. If you win, you go up in the rank, you become more powerful. The reason why Roman Reigns is at the top, because he never loses. That's why he has the best overall, and that's why he's ranked 1. By having it this way, you're going to have the best realistic universe mode experience, because let's look at the power rankings, for example. Roman Reigns, obviously number one. Who's Reggie? Sure, we'll use Reggie as an example. We'll look at Reggie. He's ranked. Actually, we won't look at Reggie. Who's the Belair? We look at Bianca. Oh, she has no attribute points. Obviously, only the top three get the extra +2, right? But then you have Bianca Belair and you have like Austin Theory. Let's look at Bianca Belair. I'll give you a better example. Bianca Belair, right? Belair. Stats effects. Obviously, when she wins matches, all her attributes will be going up by one. You can stack them 10 times. So basically, she could have a +10 attribute, which will make her OP like she is in real life. That's why you want them all adjusted to 30. So then when they gain more power, obviously now you have a discrepancy. Now Bianca Belair should have no problem being someone like Aaliyah. But if Bianca Belair faced someone like, I don't know, Bayley or Becky Lynch, now they're on equal footing. See my point? I think Jey Uso and Jim Uso is like number 1 and 2. So Jey Uso, right? His attributes. See how he's all +2 because he's ranked 2. Basically, your rankings, by having everyone at 30, the last three, the signature, the recovery, and finishers, these rankings actually matter. So Roman Reigns at number 1, there's a reason why he's number 1. Where Jey and Jimmy Uso's at number 2 and 3, there's a reason why they are. And they will probably never lose. You're going to have to basically build up Seth Rollins to like a number 4 in the rankings so you have a chance to beat Roman Reigns. See, basically, these power rankings will actually matter now. By having the signature, the finisher, and the recovery rate at 30, these all matters. That's why you have to change the attributes for the recovery, the signature, finisher to 30, because universe mode, unlike the regular mode, this is specifically for universe mode. It applies to the regular mode as well, but specifically for universe mode, the reason why I want them at 30, because when you win or lose in a match, your attributes will either go up or they will go down. Because I forgot to show the go down parts. Let me just show you that real quick. For Roman, AJ Styles, whatever, it doesn't matter. I gotta keep pressing the A1. See how like all his statuses are like that right now? For example, you see this will go down. See, now all your attributes will now decrease by 1. So if you lose, you'll be going down a lot in your power. Your strength is going to be going down. Everything's going to be going down. So you have to build yourself back up. So now you can make shows like, y'all know, a live event show or a secondary main event show or whatever to build that person back up, to have a chance to be built back up so you can get back on the regular shows like Raw and SmackDown. Basically, your universe mode will finally matter if you reset all of them at 30. Everyone's at it's pretty much look at it like this. Everyone starts at 100 points, and it's up to them to either continue to have more points or go down. You see my point? Because before, as you see, didn't change any of these slides, so you can see how it originally was. You see how AJ Styles at 85, at 80, at 80. See that, right? You see those? Now let's go back to Roman Reigns. Before I changed his, what was his default settings? I have no idea. We're gonna did I change his? I did. I can't change again. Let's go to Becky Lynch. So you see my point. See how she has 95, 90. See how, again, her finisher, she'll get a finisher first before she gets a signature. You see my point? And her recovery is at 90. Like superstars were getting their finisher before they get their signatures, and like vice versa. Like The Rock. He gets his finisher before he gets his signature. Belair will get both the signature and finisher at the same time. You see how like it was pretty much uncoordinated. Now usually, you know, in real life, people get their signature, they'll do their signature move first, then they do the finisher. But you had these superstars doing their finishers first, and they wonder why the match was ending. You want to hit your signature first, then you were able to get them down enough damage, then you hit their finisher. So that's why you pretty much had everyone at 30, same playing field. You get the idea. So this will definitely help your universe mode experience. Like I said, it's going to take like a good hour. I'm not going to lie, but this hour will be worth it. Where you change everyone's. Sorry for that burp. You'll change everyone's recovery, signature, and finisher to 30. And you can save it for both universe and regular play. So you have to do it once. Just letting you guys know. So there is that. And if you do it that way, you're going to have the best universe mode experience possible. In terms of rankings actually mattering. Wins and losses will pretty much actually matter if you change everyone's recovery, signature, and finishers to 30. Now, with that being said, that is pretty much the main explanations, in-depth look on what you guys want to show you. If you want to X off this video now, you can. However, the next half of this video, especially if you guys are universe mode players, you definitely are going to want to look at, because I'm about to show you the match experiences and how each match goes. If you want like a 5-minute squash match, a 10-minute match, a 15-minute match, or a 25-minute match, up to those matches, you're definitely going to want to watch. All right. So if you're going to X off this video, one more thing, all these gameplay sliders, the realistic sliders right here, as well as the advanced sliders, all credit goes to Checkmate. Follow him on Twitter. His YouTube channel is going to be in the title of this video as well as the description. Great guy. He makes the best realistic sliders. You can test them out for yourself, but if you want to see the examples here, continue to watching this video. Otherwise, I pretty much explain everything that you need to know and why you have to have these sliders exactly how they are. The rest of this video, after I finish this sentence, is pretty much going to be showing you the examples of how to have a 5-minute match, a 10-minute match, a 15-minute match, or a pay-per-view 25-minute match. All right, everyone, this is going to be the second half of the video, pretty much putting these realistic gameplay sliders to the test. Now, if you want a realistic match experience, I'm talking about a 5-minute squash match, or probably even less than that. I can give you examples later on in the video. A 10-minute match, a 15-minute match, or a pay-per-view 25-minute match. This is the part of the video you want to see, because we're going to showcase each one of those examples and the best settings to use in game. We already adjusted the sliders and the advanced sliders. Pretty much we're going to be setting up the signature, finisher, and the health stuff prior to the match to get that match experience that you want. So continue watching. Again, all credit goes to Checkmate. He also developed these mass progression, this is what he calls them, to have the best experience for play mode and universe mode. Like if you want a 25-minute universe mode, you use these settings. You want a squash match, you use these settings. So we're going to go into it right now. Before I do, again, I did 5 hours of testing before I made this video, because that's how confident I am in these sliders. I'm going to give you some of my results to really show you I'm not BSing you. I'm going to show you a live example. It won't be live, it's pre-recorded. I'm going to show you an in-game example of each one of these match settings, so you can have the best experience for your regular play as well as universe mode. Now, for the first match was a squash match, right? What I consider a squash match is anything under 5 minutes. If it's under 5 minutes, I consider that a squash match. The example that I did based on his sliders and based on his mass progressions examples, I did Roman Reigns versus Noam Dar. My goal was to have a squash match. I didn't care who won. I just did Roman Reigns versus Noam Dar. I assumed Roman Reigns was going to win. As long as the match was under 5 minutes, I would consider that a squash match, which means his sliders worked to a T. The match ended up being 1 minute and 14 seconds between Roman Reigns and Noam Dar, which was considered a squash match. 1 minute and 14 seconds. That's a squash. And of course, Roman Reigns won that match. The next match, I wanted to be a minimum of 10 minutes. It could, as long as it didn't go past 15 minutes, I was satisfied. I wanted a match for at least go up to 10 minutes with a minimum of 5, and it did not go past 15. The 2 superstars that I used was Becky Lynch and Carmella. The result was 12 minutes and 32 seconds. Again, as long as it didn't go past 15, I was satisfied. The next match, the goal was to go have a up to 15-minute match with a minimum 10 minutes and then not go past 20. The 2 superstars that I used was Dexter Lumis and Sami Zayn. The result was 10 minutes and 45 seconds, which again, as long as it went to that 10-minute point, I was satisfied. And then the up to 25-minute match, which is pretty much a pay-per-view match or world title championship match, as long as the minimum was at least 15 minutes, and anything beyond that, I was satisfied. The 2 superstars I used was Seth Rollins and Jimmy Uso, and the total result was 16 minutes and 32 seconds. Now, that match would have went on longer, but what happened was Jimmy Uso could not make the 10 count. He was so close to the ring. He was about to enter the ring, but the referee counted 10, and then the match was over. Seth Rollins won, but that match was insane. But we're going to be showing you these examples right here and how to get those matches. So the first thing we're going to do is start with the 5-minute squash match. Okay, this will be our first match experience if you want a squash match. A squash match is pretty much considered anything less than 5 minutes. Anything more than 5 minutes is not considered a squash match. The 2 series are going to be using for this example are Shayna Baszler and Becky Lynch. Shayna Baszler is a 75, Becky Lynch is a 87. Just because Becky Lynch is 87, that does not mean Shayna Baszler is going to lose this match. I want to prove to you that it doesn't matter what superstars you use. Pretty much is going to be on the same playing field. The overalls are not that important as people make it out to be. The person with low overall still has a chance to win the match. At the end of the day, matches are still 50-50, and even though obviously in WWE is scripted, but in the game it's 50-50. Now, before we start the match, the main things you have to do to make sure it's a squash match is to click on triangle and go for the match options, and this is what you want to change: the special, the signature, and the finishers. You want it on fast, and the custom match rules. You're gonna ignore all of this. You want the finishers to be at 3, and you want the health to be at low. Now, just because they have 3 finishers, it doesn't mean the first move they're going to do is a finisher. You just want them to have 3. So the match could end in less than 5 minutes. We're going to showcase it to you as an example so you can see it right there. But as let you know, just to summarize, you want the finishers at 3, the health to be at low. You want the signatures and finisher to go fast, which pretty much means they're going to get their signature at a faster pace as well as their finisher, which is the reason why we adjusted everyone's attributes to 30, so they pretty much be on the same playing field. So with that being said, we're going to now start the match, and I'm going to have my watch set the timer. Now obviously you guys are going to have the timer on the video yourself. You see how long it is. As soon as this match starts, as soon as that bell rings, we're going to play it, and the goal is for it to be less than 5 minutes. Let's go. I see Becky Lynch is already going for a finisher. Cover. 1, 2, boom. Now you see how Sam Baszler, because she got hit, her signature went up a lot. Her bar went up a lot. You're going to see as you progress through each of the other match experiences, it's going to, you're going to see a difference. 1, 2, Shayna Baszler still kicked out. See, just because Shayna Baszler has low overall doesn't mean she was going to lose Becky Lynch that easily. Same thing with Roman Reigns. See how they're still doing different moves that are not a finisher or signature? Like they're not automatically going to do the finisher or signature, which is a good thing. See, Shayna Baszler got out. They're not immediately going for the finisher. Becky Lynch was, but see, the match is still not over yet. You see how fast that signature is going for Becky Lynch? That's the reason why we changed the attributes. Because had we not changed it, Becky Lynch would probably already have her signature by now, and it wouldn't be fair. See, boom. See how she didn't do her finisher? She just did a regular move. So don't worry about just because they have it, it doesn't mean they're going to do it. There we go. Now she's doing her finisher. That doesn't mean there's a good chance Becky Lynch could tap out, but probably she won't. See? The reason why you just want 3 finishers, just to guarantee that the match ends in less than 5 minutes. You see, even though Becky Lynch has the finisher, she's not immediately going for it. She's going to be doing other moves to try to make sure the match ends. See, remember we adjusted the recovery rate in the gameplay sliders? See how Shayna Baszler still recovered? We see how she still rolled out. You know, we put it down a little. Checkmate knows what he's doing with these sliders. Right now I'm at 2 minutes. As long as the match ends before the 5-minute mark, I will consider this a squash match. And I'm pretty sure it will. Count of 1. Now again, I must stress that these match experiences, do they have 100% work rate? No, I would say after 5 hours testing, there's a good 80% chance. I'm just prefacing it. It's not going to work all the time, but this is your best chance of it to work the way you want in terms of these times. Now Becky Lynch is trying to fight back. Probably she's going to throw her in the ring so, you know, she can, or probably go back in the ring herself. We're at the 3-minute and 20-second point. Most likely Shayna Baszler. Oh, normally Becky Lynch would have had no problem getting counted out. Now both of them are going to get in the ring and probably try to finish this. See like Shayna Baszler is doing right now. Caught her for that. Will Becky Lynch tap? I think she used her resiliency to not, because I see like her finisher went down a little.
There it is.
Exploder. See how, again, even though she has a finisher, that doesn't mean she's always going to do it. We're at the 4-minute point, so about less than 50 seconds. And she's going to go for it. 1, 2, not over yet. Which is, I'm glad it didn't end on that move. You wanted to end on a signature or a finisher. Realistically, a finisher. Shayna Baszler's probably going to kick out again. 2, as she should, because realistically, the match wouldn't end like that. It's probably going to go a little over 5 minutes, but again, Shayna reversed. Oh, man. I've never seen that move before. Now, I think this might end it, because this is the 3rd time she's doing her finisher, which should realistically end Becky. Becky Lynch should realistically tap. I called it. 4 minutes and 56 seconds. See? And you notice Becky Lynch's body wasn't completely red. It's because that's, again, the whole point of adjusting those advanced sliders of how powerful your finishers is. The match officially ended in 4 minutes and 56 seconds. So there you go. That I would consider that a success. The goal of the match was for it to be less than 5 minutes. The match in exactly 4 minutes and 56 seconds. That was the match experience for a squash match. Now we're going to do the match experience for a match that goes up to 10 minutes with a minimum of 5 minutes. All right, now we're going to be showcasing the match experience if you want a match to go up to 10 minutes with at least a minimum of 5. I must stress that, again, the success rate of this actually happening is around 80%, which means it won't happen 100% of the time, but you have a better chance of it happening the length of the match that you want with these settings, with the realistic gameplay sliders, as well as the following settings I'm about to show you. You have Santos Escobar with 75, with Braun Strowman with 81. As you saw in the previous example, Becky Lynch had a higher overall than Shayna Baszler, but Shayna Baszler still won the match. Like I said, the overalls are not as important as people think they are, or as they should be. So for a match that you want to go at least up to 10 minutes, but with a minimum of 5, you want your signature to be slow. You want your finisher to be at a normal rate. Your signature can be a slow rate. And I'm going to definitely really show you how the signatures are going to be progressing throughout the match. So you'll see why, you understand why I adjusted every single superstar's signature, finisher, and recovery rate to 30. And then the main thing you want is for the health to still be low, just like the match goes up to 5 minutes for your squash. You want to be low. Don't worry. You will still get a minimum of 5 minute match, but you'll see why, and no finishers. Because obviously, if you want a match to go at least 10 minutes, you don't want anyone to have a finisher at the start. So to summarize, real quick, this default health's at low, no finishers. The signature meter is going to be going slow, but the finisher meter is going to be going normal. And the 2 examples we're going to be using is Santos Escobar and Braun Strowman. The reason why I'm having this random mix match, I just want to show you it doesn't really matter who superstar you use. As long as you have these settings in place with the realistic gameplay sides that I showed at the start of the video, you're going to have these types of match experiences, and we're going to showcase them right now. As the live screen is loading, I'm going to now have my stopwatch be set. About to begin. As long as the match doesn't go above 10 minutes, I will consider it a success. And here we go. I'm going to show you like how we really want you to pay attention to the match itself, but also how fast the signature and finisher meter goes up. And this is pretty much the best example of how the reason why you're not getting the experience matches you want. And how this way of doing it, you will get the match experience. So you see how slow it is? You see how Braun's already going for cover. He's going to kick out at 1. Or probably not, 2. Sometimes they will kick out at 1 at the random points. But you're just going to get a good match here. Of course, they're going to have to fix this in patch. Again, I must stress this is happening before the first big patch that's going to happen before the DLC drops. But you're still going to get a good experience. I see how Braun's signature is going up. It's not going up too fast, but it's going fast enough because it's that slow. So you're going to get at least a good 5-minute match minimum, but not no more than 10 minutes. It won't be a squash, as you can clearly see. It's definitely not going to be a squash, simply because there's no 3 signatures. Now, again, the stun. I want to point this out. You're probably wondering, why does he get stunned so quickly? Because think about it in a realistic setting. You don't see them fighting, a super wrestler fighting, and it's like 3 seconds of going back and forth. No, you're going to have a good minute or so of one person overpowering the other. You see? I didn't set this. This just happened. This is, I'm pretty sure, Santos' payback. That's why you want to have it per payback. The superstar has it, because if he has allies, he's going to call them out to change the experience around. This is completely unexpected. Now he's going for a schoolboy. 1, and no. See, but that distraction will definitely add length to the match. It didn't finish it, because sometimes it would finish it, but it did not. Oh, I've never seen that move before. Damn, he literally clawed him in his face. And that was clearly a glitch that hopefully is fixed by a patch, but it is what it is. You see how, once again, Strowman's signature and finisher is going at a slow rate. He's going to get his finisher first, probably before the signature. But I guarantee his first finisher is not going to end the match. It shouldn't. Again, it's about an 80% success rate based on the 5 hours I was doing before making this video. Good dive. The match is not over yet. Trust me. See? It won't be over. You're going to get a minimum of 5 minutes at least before this match ends, which is part of the reason why you want the signature and finishers to be as they are. Even if Braun finisher, even if Braun hits his first finisher, the match won't be over. 1, 2, still not over. Now I'm waiting to see who gets their finisher first to show you how long it took them to get it. To really show you why you want these settings in place, so you want the good match experience. I just want to see how long it takes them to get it. I'm going to wait and I'm going to look at my timer. I know it's not 10 minutes yet. He's working on the legs. Still not over yet. I'm pretty sure Braun's getting his finisher first, but trust me, even if he hits the finisher, the match's not going to be over yet. Even if he, assume that he does, because sometimes they definitely reverse it. I've had like Dexter Lumis, Sami Zayn. Dexter Lumis was definitely reversing out of Sami Zayn's hula a couple times. Then he finally hit it, and then the match was over. Count of 3. Okay, Braun Strowman finally got his finisher, and he got around the 3-minute mark. 3-minute and 55-second mark. Count of 5. See, Santos is nowhere near his signature yet, but he's about to get his finisher soon. Count of 6. Now, again, there's a good chance it could end a count out, but that's just how it might end. I won't be mad at it. Now, both superstars are just going to enter the ring now, I guess. Or sometimes they will break the count themselves. They're going to say F it. Count of 8, but the match is still going on. Still grabbed him. Now he's in submission. He's working on it. He's not really locked on. He's not really probably that much pressure, but you get the point. You see, by them using their recovery, it will bring the submission down. You saw that bar went down more, because that's how it works. So again, make the match a tad bit longer. Still kicked out at 2. Now, see how he didn't use his resiliency? He still kicked out at 2, though. Here, you see my point. Boom. Okay, look like Braun's about to hit his signature. Oh, he's about to hit his finisher, but you see Santos, he reversed it. I told you, just because we put that reversal rate down, that does not mean that they won't reverse out of it. There's still a good chance that they will. And now Santos, looks like he might be going for his. There it is. The Phantom Driver, by guarantee the match not over. We're at the 5-minute and 40-second mark. Now, there's a good chance Braun Strowman will kick out, which he probably will, and the match will continue. And he does, because he had that resiliency right there. But even without the resiliency, I guarantee he's still going to kick out. So the match went a minimum of 5 minutes, which is our goal. But as long as it doesn't go past 10, then our test was a success. Again, it doesn't work 100% of the time. So again, if you want at least a minimum of 5-minute match, these are the best settings for it. Continue to let this match play out. I mean, if I had to take a guess of who's going to win this match, because obviously I'm not playing it, I think Braun's going to win. Simply because his health is a little bit less than Santos. Now, normally that would probably end it, but it won't. 1, 2, it won't, because again, based on our sliders, the match will most likely will always end either as a finisher or a signature. It won't end on a random move like an arm drag, as it would. Make sure like the finishers and signatures actually matter. A regular move will not put him down. Like that move will probably put someone down before without the settings. See how Santos still kicked out. He doesn't have a resiliency payback. And now do you see how those taunts and stuff matter? It gets your health back as well as makes your signature go a tad bit faster. Everything, all these little things actually matter. That's why I put everything down to 30 so there's a baseline. And depending on what you do in the match, like doing a taunt, doing your moves, it will make you either go faster or slower. That's why pretty much everyone's at the same baseline, even if the overall roam range is like a 95. See, I said Santos might lose his match, but he might actually win. Frog splash. I don't know why he didn't go for that. See how Braun was trying to roll out? The rollout still frequently happened, but made it happen a lot less. So now Santos taunted, so he wants his signature to go up a tad bit faster as well as his health. Right now we're at almost the 8-minute mark. Again, as long as our match doesn't go past anything besides a squash match, as long as you don't want squash match to go past 5 minutes success. For this match, I would be satisfied as long as it's going to go past 15 minutes. The goal is for it to go to, again, up to 10 minutes, but as long as it doesn't go past 15, I would consider it a success. I think he was telling him to get up, so now he can go for his dive. Now, I'm pretty sure Santos will do these dives, but the Tennessee Sliders are a whole different beast. Hopefully someone have a full list of the right Tennessee Slider for each superstar. That's the one thing I cannot help you guys with. Now, Santos has his finisher, mind you. We're at around the 8-minute mark. I have to go for 9 minutes, so assuming Santos might wrap it up soon. I don't think Braun should kick out of this. He should. So yeah, and he should. Like I said, with these gameplay sliders, the match will most likely end in a finisher or signature. It won't end like a regular random move like an elbow drop. Like your finishers and signatures will actually matter. Like I'm pretty sure if Santos hits his Phantom Drive that he's about to hit, the match should be over. Cover 1, 2, and Braun kicked out. I was not expecting that, but he did. So I'm pretty sure Santos' signature is going to be over. Big splash, but Braun got out of it. See how he's coming back? But Santos used his now meter to get out of it. I don't know why they're just standing there. There we go. Now, I think Braun might... I don't think it's going to end like that. It shouldn't. See, now mind you, he's able to kick out at 2 without the oh shit, Braun about to go crazy. Now we are officially past the 10-minute mark, but as long as it doesn't go past 15, it's still a success, and I'll explain after the video. The reason why, as long as the squash match didn't go past 5, success, but as long as this match doesn't go past 15, it's still a success. Now Braun has his finisher. I am 100% certain, based on how this match went, as if he hits his finisher, it should be over. I think he's about to hit it right there, and he does. It should be over. Oh, and it's not. It's not over. That's good. I mean, we still got a good 5 minutes. As long as it doesn't go past 15, I still consider it a success. Because sometimes just how it is. Remember, that distraction with Cruz del Toro definitely paid a difference. It changed the conjuncture of the match. And like I said before, these sliders are never 100% perfect. It's going to give you the best chance of being perfect. I'll say 80%, but they're not going to be perfect. But I'm satisfied. As long as it's going to go past 15, I'm satisfied. We still got a good 4 minutes. And he's going to do a choke slam to the outside. I think it might end in count out. But based on how this is going. I don't see Strowman trying to throw him in the ring. I think he's just going to... Because normally around the 7 or 8 count, they just go back in the ring regardless of what they do. Yeah, you see? Like I said, around the 7 or 8 count. He doesn't really care. See? I think he's going to end in count out. I told you. It's probably going to end in count out. Unless Santos gets back in. Yeah, it's going to end in count out. 10, and there you go. 12 minutes exactly. Braun Strowman wins the match. Now, again, that's still a success. I told you these matches I can give you an up to 10-minute match. It gave you an extra 2 minutes. Now, probably the reason that came extra 2 minutes because Cruz del Toro came. It changed the whole complexity of the match. Now, again, I never said they were going to work 100% of the time. I said it's going to work 80% of the time, but that's still good. Like I said before, the squash match, you definitely want 5 minutes. No more than 5 minutes, otherwise it's not squash anymore. There you go. The first example I showed you was Shayna Baszler and Becky Lynch. It was 4 minutes and 56 seconds, I believe. It was less than 5, so still counting. This match, with those settings, gave you up a 10-minute match. Where, as long as it doesn't go past 15, it gave you a minimum of 5. It was still a success. As you saw that match, it gave you 12 minutes exactly and ended in a count out. Not every match is going to end in a signature or finisher. Sometimes it might end in count out or disqualification. You never know. So now the next settings we're going to show you for a good match experience is going to be a match that will give you up to 15 minutes with a minimum of 10 and a maximum of 20. So I'll show you in the next part. All right, now for this match experience, it's going to be a match that should go up to 15 minutes with a minimum of 10 and a maximum of 20. The two example superstars we're going to be using are Jen Gangaro and Seth Rollins. Now, again, I picked these totally at random. I did not purposely pick Jen Gangaro and Seth Rollins. It just happened this way. This is probably a dream match that could happen in real life one-on-one. These two count each other's elimination chamber, but it is what it is. Now, before we begin, again, one major thing you want to make sure, look at these signatures and finishers. This is identical to the match that we did before with up to 10 minutes that give you a minimum of 5 and maximum of 15. So with the Braun Strowman and Santos Escobar, it went up to 12 minutes. You want to keep these exactly the same. The only difference that you're doing now is going to the custom match rules and making the health go from low to medium. Before, which was up to a 10-minute match, you had at low, but you want to go up to at least 15. You want it at medium, giving them a little bit more health to make the match go a tad bit longer. So to summarize, for a match to go up to 15 minutes with a minimum of 10 and a maximum of 20, you want the default health at a medium, and you want the signature to go slow and the finisher to go normal. Now I'm about to set my timer for Jen Gangaro and Seth freaking Rollins. And we're about to begin it right now as my timer is about to set on my watch. But obviously for you guys watching on the video, you can see how long the match goes. Go Survivor Series. Bell rung. Look at them both going for a drop kick. Probably what they would do in real life. Gangaro, damn, already wasting no time. Now again, the goal of this, for this match, with the realistic gameplay sliders that you are using, and assume that your attributes are all at 30 for recovery, signature, and finisher, this match should give you at least 10 minutes minimum, with the max going to 20. So it's going to be around 15-minute average match, basically. So we're going to see the match. You see, again, I want you to really look at the bar. Now, obviously, when I do universe modes, these hubs won't exist. But I really want to look at how the bars, see how fast their signature will figure. You see how he's still kicked out at 1? So those kickouts at 1 still happen. And I'm assuming none of them have a ally payback. So this match should definitely just be these two killing each other. I don't think they have allies. But remember, we had those settings go to it. there's still a possibility someone could just randomly come out. But the probability of that happening is probably next to none. At the count of 2. Damn. See how he's already stunned? Like I said, the reason why you probably wonder how he gets stunned so quickly. Again, you want to like that because again, not everyone it's not a reversal fest. Sometimes it'd be like it would be like a good minute of them beating the heck out of one person before they come back. That's how you kind of want the match to go. Like I said, I would definitely say Checkmate definitely gave probably the best of both worlds, where it's still a good experience, but it still give you that realism. Whether you're playing or just having the AI or AI go at it. Now, Gargano, damn, that was a good super kick. And again, really pay attention to their health and their signature and finisher. We're going to see, I'm going to tell you the exact time, and damn, Seth missed that one. He definitely missed that one, for sure. I'm gonna pinpoint the time when they get their finisher. Show you how long it takes. To show you how, again, with these settings, you can get that long max experience that you want. 2, he's still going to kick out. And again, I also must stress, if I didn't mention, these max experience will apply to Universe Mode as well. Even though we're only playing on play mode, these experiences will still go. See, road break. That's why you definitely want road break. Not only expand the match, but make it fair against Seth Rollins' hands was clearly under the rope, so you still want that rope break to be on. If not, he's gonna have to grab the rope himself to force the rope break. You know he shouldn't have to. Now again, as long as this match goes at least a minimum of 10 minutes and it doesn't go past 20, it will give you that up to 15-minute match that we want. This is the goal. But we're gonna see how fast these. Oh. That was a flying clothesline. See, usually, and that's the one thing I like with these sliders, usually a big move like that, they go for the pin as they realistically should, even though we both know the match is not going to be over. But that's how they will go in real life. A big move like that, they'll go for that cover. And you saw the previous thing, Santos reversed Braun Strowman's finisher. So even though we have that finisher reverse rate very low in the sliders, it doesn't mean that they won't reverse out of it. There's still a good chance that they will, but they won't do it all the time. Trust me, if you have the regular default settings. Perfect DDT by Gargano.
We know Seth has a big gas tank, but he needs to dig into the reserves now. The visionary allowing us all to.
I think Seth was trying to go for something, but he missed a cue. Oh wait, he's going for the stomp. There it was. But trust me, the match is not over yet. 1, 2, and he still kicks out. Because Giant Gargano always kicks out at 2.9. And just for record, Seth Rollins got his finisher at around the 4-minute 30-second mark. But the match is still not over yet. Again, as long as we get a minimum of 10 minutes, it will be a success for these settings. And it seems like the way this match is going, we just might. Or, again, it might not. It's not always 100% successful. Just letting you guys know. Got his submission in. Will Seth tap? I doubt it. It's not looking like he will. And he shouldn't. He definitely shouldn't at this point. Got out of that. But again, you see how slow it's not. It's progressing. His signature meter is definitely progressing. It's not going so fast. Because Seth Rollins' signature rate was at his normal speed, he would have been had another signature by now. But you don't want that if you want these realistic match experiences. I know it's going to be a tedious task of going for every single superstar. This is the match experience that you want. You're going to have to do it. This is because you pretty much want your match settings to do it for you. How fast they go. You don't want the superstar to have an edge. You want that for universe mode. That's where those attributes of wins and losses matter. Obviously, again, Roman Reigns is going to have a 3% faster rate than anyone else. Now, Giant should kick out of this. And he will. You know, he's already still kicking out, though. That's a good thing. Seth Rollins. I don't know what he's doing. A Phoenix Splash? No, I doubt it. Now, see, Giant Garza needs to use his recovery. Now he has less signature. Which this match if I can go on a little bit longer. You see, now the one thing, you see how you drag and they don't immediately get out of that? Because realistically, when someone's trying to throw someone, oh, damn. We all felt that. Oh. So now, damn. See, Giants, he still rolled out. You see, that's the thing. He still rolled out. Oh, it looked like Johnny. I've never seen someone reverse it from that angle. Or you see the person miss. Or, like, I'd never seen them, like, reverse it from that way. That was actually pretty cool.
Amazing sequence from Rollins. Rollins is set
So,
to slay. Knee right to
damn.
the temple.
That is still fighting. Again, the match could end that count out. I'm not saying that it won't. It's a possibility. It just happens. Got him. I'm assuming Giant Gargoyle's gonna go after this part. He's gonna go back in the ring. I can't see him trying to attack anymore. Yep. As I figured.
What are you guys thinking? Obviously not about the ref's count, Cole.
Now, there's a good chance Jengaro might stop the count and go back out. Now, Seth should get up, you see. And he's going to run back in the ring. As he should. And the match continues. And everyone's happy. He just made. I think Jengaro would have broke it if Seth didn't go. I think he would have still broke it. Oh, you see, now Seth used it. He used this cinema. See how far that went? I don't think he's going to end like that. See, there you go. Oh. Okay, Seth Rollins has his finisher, and he got at the 8-minute 32-second mark. So as long as this match goes at least 10 minutes, we hit our goal. A minimum. Oh, DDT got him for that. See how Seth's now sliding out the ring. Oh, one. Oh, my God. One final beat from the side of the ring. From the outside of the ring. Now, see, now this is a pay-per-view quality match that's happening right here and right now. I think we're about to hit that 10-minute mark in the next 30 seconds. Unless the referee counts to 10, they get counted out. Then we'll hit our goal. Again, our goal is a minimum of 10. With an average of 15, but a maximum of 20. Like I said, I told you, they usually go pretty much after 5 or 6. They would try to get back in. Or Jengaro might come back out. I'm not going to lie. He's looking like he is going to go out. He knows Seth is going to get up. Sometimes, see, like I said, he looked like he wanted to go out. Because he saw them get up. Sometimes they will go out. Oh! Seth, he saw that one coming. Caught him again with that DDT. And is it? And a roll break. You see, there you go. You definitely want that roll break. The match to continue. Now Jengaro with the Gargano escape. And Seth, he used the resiliency. Get the hell out of that. Oh my God. Knee. We officially went over the 10-minute mark, so our goal was reached for this match. And I said up to a 15-minute match. And damn, that might be it. Johnny might kick out or might not. And he didn't. But we hit our goal at exactly 10 minutes and 56 seconds. Again, it won't give you it will give you a minimum of 10 minutes, which you just did. 10 minutes, 56 seconds. but up to 15. So this setting will definitely give you, there's an 80% chance it will definitely give you a minimum of a 10-minute match with an average of 15, but it won't go past 20. So there it was. But so far, every single exam that I've been doing so far hit exactly the targets that we wanted to hit. So now the final one we're gonna do, which is gonna be the big one, it is going to be a match that goes up to 25 minutes, which is a pay-per-view match that you really want it to be. You should not be using this setting for a regular Raw or SmackDown in your universe mode. You could if you want. I'm just saying, I wouldn't recommend it. I would pretty much say these for your premium live events. So it's going to be up to 25 minutes with a minimum of 15 and a maximum, it doesn't matter. All right, now in the final part of this video, we're going to show you the match experience that will give you a match that goes up to 25 minutes with a minimum of 15 and a maximum of God knows when this match will end. And the reason why I'm laughing is because the two superstars we're going to be using is Wesley and Veer Mahaan. Now you're probably asking yourself, Creator, why do you pick someone like Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes to go to distance? Because I want to show you why these you downgrading their overalls, you're not really downgrading their overalls by putting their recovery, signature, and finishers to 30, even though it lowered their overall. It doesn't matter. These match settings, if you adjust them accordingly, it will give you the match experience that you want. So if you want Wesley and Veer Mahaan to show why they got a WWE contract and go to distance, we're going to show it right now. Again, it's an 80% chance that'll work. Doesn't mean 100% all the time. It'll definitely be mostly all the time, but not 100% of the time. The main things y'all want to do, this is probably the simplest one you can remember, is obviously you want both the signature and finisher to be slow, and then you want the default health to be high. So that is the goal that you definitely want for that. So just to summarize, for this, you want the default health to be high because you want them to give it as much time as you can. You want their special to be slow and their finisher to be slow. I think, honest to God, again, these were completely random. I personally did not pick this on purpose, but this is honestly is perfect because this will just show you it doesn't matter what superstar it is. If you want a 25-minute match between Akira Tozawa and Noam Dar, like back in the days of 205 Live, you're gonna get that if you have these experience. Now I said keyword up to 25 minutes. This will give you a minimum of 15 and a maximum of God knows. But as long as it gives you a minimum of 15, our test will be complete. So one more time, just make sure I got it right. Signature and finisher is slow, and make sure their default health is high. Again, this also applies to universe mode as well. And now Wesley and Veer Mahaan is going to show you why they're going to show you why they earned a WWE contract in the Royal Rumble. These two going one-on-one. Could you imagine these two going like 25 minutes, especially Veer? I can't picture it. Wesley can go 25 minutes, but can Veer go 25 minutes? Well, you were about to see it. There we go. Wesley and Veer, they're about to put on a clinic. Again, as long as this match goes at least 15 minutes minimum, our goal will be reached. Now, you're going to see that since both of them are slow, you're really going to see this match progression that what Checkmate was trying to do with these matches. It's not perfect, but it's nearly perfect. You see how slow it's going? It's going to be a minute. We're going to timestamp exactly what each one of them get their finisher first. We're going to see how long it takes to show you how having at these settings, you're going to get the match experience that you actually want. Could you imagine if Veer going to this? But again, I think, again, as ridiculous as this is, I could have picked Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. They probably would have definitely went the distance, but just to show you that no matter what, you're going to get the match experience that you actually want no matter what superstar. I guess Wesley and Veer was a perfect example. Again, I didn't purposely pick these. These were literally random. I was like, okay, Wesley was up first, and it was Veer. Okay. And seeing with the health being high, they're not going to be going out that quickly. So once again, to summarize with the attributes, if you guys are watching this long, just provide some commentary as this match is going on. You want the only thing you're gonna be changing for every single superstar is the recovery, the signature, and the finisher. Changing those will not affect their powers, if that makes sense. The only thing we're doing is how fast each of them get their signature and the finisher and how long they stay down. That's what we're trying to do. By adjusting those to their baseline, you're going to be getting these type of length matches. As we saw before in our first example, that squash match, Becky Lynch, Shayna Baszler. You know, Becky Lynch had higher overall. Shayna Baszler still won the match, and it was less than 5 minutes. Granted, it was like 4 seconds. But even though off recording, I wish I recorded it, was Roman Reigns, Noam Dar. Honest to God, 1 minute and 42 seconds. Roman Reigns killed Dar with 2 spears and just called it a day. I swear to God, that was it. 1 minute and 42 seconds. Dar tried to fight back with one like penalty kick, but that was it. Nah, it was over right after that. See how like none of them are nowhere near their signatures or finishers?
He switches it back around.
Imagine this was like a premium live event. 50,000 people came to see Wesley and Veer Mahan go the distance. I'll be on my feet. Oh, Veer going the distance, like minimum 15 minutes. Like golly, could you imagine? I couldn't. I definitely couldn't imagine. It's crazy. Over pin 1. You see how he still kicks out of 1? See how none of them are nowhere near. If you want a pay-per-view match, these are the settings that you want. Again, they are nowhere near the finisher signatures. And most likely, they're going to not be getting a signature no time soon. They're going to try to recover. As I said, Checkmate pretty much made damn near perfect sliders for this set of sliders. He's planning on making another set. Probably by the time this video comes out, a new set's going to come out, so I'm going to do another video. But I'm just showcasing these sliders. Boom. Wesley, see how he used this? So now you see he is definitely nowhere near getting a signature now. But Veer might. But most likely, if Wesley's able to get him down, he's going to try to use a recovery, which again make the match go even longer. That's what you, if you want a 25-minute match, that's exactly what you want to happen. Now, most likely, Veer might use. He could. There's a good chance he might use it, which will make the match go way longer if he decides to, but he didn't decide to. He's going to eventually, I guarantee you will, which will make the match go way longer if he so decides to. But not yet, it seems like. So far, none of them are still near. Oh man, Veer. Oh, DDT, there you go. Up, slid out. He didn't use the recovery, he just slid out. Surprised that normally he has to use it. Oh. Oh my God. See, now Wesley's come back. See how this back and forth, saw how Veer pretty much dominated Wesley and he's all red now. But now Veer, I think if I was Veer, he's probably going to use it. Or no, he's stunned right now, so he can't literally do nothing. I think as soon as he gets stunned, he might use it. He does definitely want to get up. Or he doesn't have to.
He isn't allowing that burst of attacks to finish him. Tossing them aside.
5. No one. You see how yet no one has a finisher yet. This is how you can get that thing going. Okay, throw him back in. So like I said, around the 5 or 6 minute count, they're gonna try to get back in either with his opponent or without him. That's probably gonna be a 1 count. Or not. But yeah, there was no way Veer was going to use all that kick. Like I said, the way Checkmate made these sliders, the match usually ends on a signature or a finisher. It will always end on that. It will never end on like a random move like that. You see how Veer used it? So we're still going to be going. 1, it just increased his signature rate. And you see how they're nowhere near their finishers? But even if they hit that first finisher, the match probably won't be over because of their health. Look at Wesley's self. Look at Veer. So even if Veer gets his finisher first and hits it, I don't think the match is going to be over that quickly. But you have to give the time of none of them are nowhere near their finisher yet. I think based on how it looks right now, Wesley might get his finisher first. And for those watching the video right now, I do appreciate it. Again, this is just giving you examples. I know it's It's definitely a long one for me, but I just want to showcase you guys how good these sliders are. To give you the best experience for your, because obviously, I don't know if you guys watch when you watch Universe Mode or you do Universe Mode yourself, whether offline on off of YouTube or just do it for YouTube channel. If you want these good match experiences. Oh, damn, Veer. Now, the one thing, again, we're going to have to really fix is the tendency sliders. That's going to be a completely separate video. God knows how long, because no one has made like a perfect list for every superstar. So it's going to be a minute. No one has yet to make that perfect list. You see how, like, again, they're only at the count 2, but Veer still wanted him in the ring. Veer should not be jumping up this high. Or maybe he does. Maybe I don't know Veer that much. So now he went for that. They definitely, the one thing, good thing they should, they actually go for their pin combo when it's available. Sometimes they don't, but sometimes they do. See how Wesley used his thing? So now, again, this match is definitely going to go 15 minutes. And Veer kicks out. Again, sometimes it did. Like, I'll give you an off example. Noam Dar fought Shelton Benjamin, and Noam Dar wanted to roll up. It was like I went up a 10-minute match. It went like 6 minutes, and Noam Dar wanted to roll up. It could happen. It could definitely happen. No one has yet to get their finisher yet. Nice drop kick. 1, 2, and Veer still kicks out. Notice how, again, none of them has the resiliency as far as I'm aware. They don't. At least it's not showing. None of them have it, but Veer has his signature, and he hit it. Like, he just got his finisher, and it took 8 minutes to get his finisher. Keep that in mind. It took about 8 minutes. And now Veer. Again, our goal is literally 15 minutes. I don't think Wesley's going to. He might tap. I don't know. He could. I don't think he will, though. Oh, he does. Damn. It was going to go so well. Still, it is what it is. It went around 9 minutes. Ring that bell. It didn't go the distance again. It doesn't work all the time. It's an 80% success rate, but you saw how slow it was going. That was the main thing I wanted to show you guys. Now, that was our only fail. Hey, I consider it is what it is, though. The goal was to go at least a minimum of 15. Again, it doesn't work 100% of the time. It works around 80% of the time, because the one I did offline, which again I wish I had proof of, was Seth Rollins versus Jimmy Uso. With those settings, it went around 16 minutes. So about an extra 8 minutes besides this match. And it would have been longer. Jimmy Uso didn't get counted out, but it went around 16 minutes. That was the longest match I've seen. So definitely give you, with those settings, it will give you a 80% success rate of around 15-minute minimum, up to 25, and it could go longer than that. So there you go, guys. Those were all the examples based on those sliders. If you made this far to the video, I do appreciate it and hope you see those examples. And if you really like these sliders, you can use them for your own personal game, whether it's play mode or your own universe mode. Again, to summarize, these are not my sliders. These are all thanks to Checkmate. If it wasn't for him, I would not have these sliders. I will definitely say these sliders are legit. These are probably the best sliders I have ever used in a WWE game. And he's told me he's making a new set right now as of making this video. So I'm probably gonna make another update video to show you his new set of sliders. But yeah, as you saw, we showed you the sliders. I showed you the attributes why you should definitely have recovery rate 30, signature and finishers at 30, because each superstar will be at a baseline depending on how you set your matches. That's how it will progress. And you want those attributes, especially for universe mode, because by having everyone at 30 for their recovery, signature, and finishers, wins and losses will finally matter in universe mode. So Roman Reigns is still unbeatable, and he'll still have advantage over everyone else with like a 3% advantage, because he has +3 attributes. And it could be more if he has like momentum going or whatever. He'll still be overpowered. And as you saw with those match experiences, to summarize, you saw our squash match. Our goal is to be less than 5 minutes with Becky Lynch and Shayna Baszler. Becky Lynch had a high overall, Shayna Baszler still won. It was less than 5 minutes. Our second match was going up to 10 minutes. We saw it was Santos Escobar and Braun Strowman. And I think the match went around like 12 minutes, so it went over. But as long as it didn't go 15, it was still a success. Our third match was to see if it went up to 15 minutes. Up to 15 minutes match with minimum of 10 and max of 20. It was Seth Rollins and Gargano. I think that match, I could be 100% be wrong. I think it went around 12. So we got our success rate right there. And then our final match was supposed to go to distance. Obviously they couldn't, but it's possible. It was Vera behind Wesley to go up to 25 minutes with a minimum of 15 and a max of doesn't matter. They only went to 8 because Wesley decided to punk out and tap out to Veer. But trust me, I did an example offline. It was Seth Rollins and Jimmy Uso, the up to 25 pay-per-view minute match, and they went 16 minutes, and it would have went longer if Jimmy Uso didn't count out. Like I said, these will not give you a 100% success rate of the max you want to. Will give you around an 80% success rate. And thank you guys for watching. If you liked today's video, make sure you hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe. Don't miss anything else on my channel. This is Crater signing off, and hopefully now your gameplay experience with WWE 2K23, whether it's regular play mode or universe mode, will be that much better. See ya.